somewhere between albums and tours, there was a day where I had a dentist anyway. One night, John and his wife, Cynthia, and Patty and myself were having dinner at this guy's house. Now, this fella, for some reason or other, had obtained lysergic acid diethylamide 25, which at that time was it was not illegal. It was a legally obtained medication. But we didn't really know about it. I seem to recall that I'd heard vaguely about it, but I didn't really know what it was.
And he just put it in our coffee or something, yeah. And we went, he was saying, I advise you not to. He didn't know what it was. There was just a sort of, it's all the thing, with the sort of the middle class London swingers or whatever. I hadn't all heard about it, and they didn't know it was different from pot or pills. And they gave us it, and he was saying, I advise you not to leave, and we thought he was all trying to keep us for an orgy in his house, and we didn't want to know,
It became like a bit seedy to me. It looked like he was trying to, get something happening in his house. There was some reason he didn't want us to go. And then he was saying, okay, leave your car here, I'll drive you, and then you can come back later. I said, no, we'll go. And we got in my car and we drove. And this guy came as well in his car. We got to the nightclub.
We were just insane. We got in the lift and we all thought there was a fire in the lift. It was just a little red light and we were all screaming like that. And it was all hysterical. And we all arrived on the floor because this was a discotheque that was up a building, and the lift stops and the door opens and we were all going, ah!
It felt like the elevator was on fire and that we were going into hell or something. But we were all in hysterics and crazy. And then we got out at the top and everything was okay, and I suppose we sat there probably for hours and hours. I ended up driving everybody home. It was like daylight, and I was driving this Mini with John and Cynthia and Patty in it, and we were going I seem to remember we were doing 18 miles an hour, and I was really concentrating because some of the time it just felt normal, as though everything was okay, and then before you knew where you were, suddenly it was all crazy.
But I really was frightened of that kind of stuff because it's what you're taught when you're young, hey, there's watch out for them devil drugs. So when acid came round, we'd heard that you're never the same. It alters your life and you never think the same again. And I think John was rather excited by that prospect. I was rather frightened by that prospect. I thought, just what I need. He says, you have some funny little thing where I can never get back home again. Oh, geez, may not be the greatest move. So I delayed, and I was seen to sort of stall a little bit, I think, within the group. It was, because there's a lot of peer pressure. Talk about peer pressure. The Beatles.